Hey there, and welcome to How To Videos with Dr. Gates. This video is going to focus on the Google Drive and a few of the Google Docs, how to organize your drive, how to create a folder, how to share docs, how to upload and download, and generally maximize the benefit of the Google Drive. In order to use a Google Drive, you will need a Gmail account. So if you don't have a Gmail account, you can type gmail.com into any browser, and you can go through the steps of getting a free Gmail email account. Once you do, if you log in, you'll see something that looks very much like this, and on the upper right-hand corner, you can click on the matrix and then choose the drive. If it's your very first time choosing the drive, you may be asked questions like, do you want to open the drive directly on the web, or do you want to install the drive on your computer? If you click the option to open the drive directly on the web, it'll look exactly like this. And then every time you return to your drive, it'll automatically open it directly on the web. Inside of your drive, when you very first open it, there'll be nothing in there but a document that says how to get started with the drive. Everything else in the drive you will create or upload and place into the drive area. There are several things that you can put into your drive, and one option is to create them right inside the drive. You can create a folder. You can create a document that's like a Word doc, a presentation that's like PowerPoint, or a spreadsheet that's like Excel. There are also options for forms and drawing, and the form is complicated enough for its own how-to video, so you can keep a lookout for that if you're interested in learning about forms. Now, once you're inside of your drive, let's go through each of these as a quick example. If I click on Folder, it'll ask me to create the name for my folder, so I'll call this Folder 3, and I'll click Create. And then it'll add that folder to my drive, and you can see that I've been in here before creating other folders. If I want to go into that folder, I'll click on it, and then inside of that folder I can create another folder or any other type of document. If I click on the Word type document, it'll open that document right on the cloud, right inside the drive, and from there I can start adding content to this document. I can title this document, and I can do many very similar activities to what I could do in Word, such as edit, insert images and links, equations, and so on. One of the nice things about the drive is as you are editing a document of any kind, it is automatically saving all those changes to the drive. And so if I go back to the drive, I can actually already see the new document that I've created, and as I update this document, those updates are persistent inside the drive. So there's no area here where you have to purposefully click Save. The next thing that's excellent about the drive is its sharing abilities. So oftentimes you're working on a team or in a group and you would like to share information. There are several ways to do that. One of them is inside the document itself, you can go to the upper right and you can share this document via several options. So you can invite people. You can invite them by name if they're in your email account. You can invite them by email address, or if you've created a group of people for a team you're working on, you can give the name of that group. When you invite people, you can choose their editing ability. You can allow them to edit freely. You can allow them to add comments but not edit, or you can just allow them to view the document and not add any comments or editing. When you invite people, you can send them an email letting them know that they've been invited. You can send a copy to yourself, and you can also paste the document right into the email to make it easier for them to view. As you add people on, the list here will increase for each person that you've added on, so you can always see everybody who has access to your document, and you can make changes to any one of them. You can add and delete them, and so on. You can share this document through several venues, including Facebook and Twitter, and you can copy this link directly from the document, open any new browser window, paste the link in there, and see your document that way as well. So once you create any kind of document on the drive, you have full access to that document anytime you have internet access. So going back to our drive, here's the new document we created inside of our new folder. But let's go back to the drive that we started with by clicking Drive. Here's the new folder. We know what's inside of there. From here, again, we can also create a PowerPoint presentation. Similar to the document, we can name the presentation up on the upper left. It wants us to choose a theme, but I don't think we're going to do that right now. This is a new presentation. and it's going to have its own subtitle and so on. Just like in PowerPoint, if you choose Control M, it'll create a new slide. So this is extremely similar to PowerPoint for those who are familiar with using that, and if not, it's actually very, very user-friendly, all the different options. It's not identical to PowerPoint, and so you might find that there are a few things that take a little bit of getting used to. I'm going to title this document here now again as our new PowerPoint. Click OK. And once I do that, if I go back into my drive, the new PowerPoint that I created is being built right here in this spot, and in a moment it'll update this name to the new PowerPoint that I just created. And there it is. Now, given all the different documents and folders that I've created, there are many options that I can choose from for sharing and for deleting and so on. Anytime you want to do anything with a document or a folder, you check the box next to that item. Be careful to check only the box you want to, because the drive will do whatever it is you choose, including delete or remove, for any of the boxes you have checked. So I've checked the box next to that new PowerPoint I've created, and I've chosen the More option, which allows me to do a number of things. I can preview that document, I can open it again with Google Slides, which is like PowerPoint, I can share it with anyone that I would like to share it, I can move it to one of my other folders, I can rename it, I can make a copy, and I can download it to my own computer, make all kinds of updates, and then use the upload option to put it back in my drive. So another nice thing about the drive is that you can transfer folders and files of many different kinds back and forth from the cloud to your computer. Now let's say I want to go ahead and put this into a different folder because I want to keep my drive organized. In order to do that, I will click the Move To option, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in my Shared Docs folder, so I'll click that and choose Move. And when I do that, it moves it, and when I click on my Shared Docs, I find that it's now inside of there. There's only two of them because I created one of them about 30 minutes ago and gave them the same name. And interestingly, they both appeared there, which is another nice thing about the drive, because if you accidentally name the same folder, the same file, the same name, and place it in the same folder, which we just did, it won't delete or erase the older version. So it's a great area for version control because the date and time is always apparent. And sometimes you're thinking, I really liked the old version of that, I wish I had it, and now you can. Finally, if you look over to the right, there are a few more interesting options. You can see details and activity, all the things that you've recently done. What's extra nice about the activity is that if you've shared a document or a folder with a large group of people, you can see who's been in there and what they've been up to as far as working on that document. Now if we go back to the drive, from here we can create our very last example, which is a spreadsheet. Spreadsheets are very much like Excel, and so if you're familiar with these types of products, this is going to be very straightforward. If not, you can take a tour, which is also nice. And so you can add some information in here, title this document just like the others, and same idea. If you want, you can share this with anyone that you wish to share it with. You can go back to your drive and view your Excel example. You can check the box next to it and you can preview it, you can remove it, you can move it to a folder, continue to share it with other people. You can open it again, rename it, and download it to your computer. So every single option that you need is in this area. The next how-to video I'm going to create is on forms, so if you're interested in learning about forms, tune into that one. I hope you enjoy the drive, and thank you for joining me.